can end up hopefully receiving everything correctly. It's loading. It's loading. Let's try to connect. There we go. Alright, and we in there. So welcome back, everyone. Everyone's here. Whoa, lag spike though. Holy crap. Alright. Much better. Kind of. Lag is still kind of there a little bit, but we'll move past it. Anyway, for this video I wanted to end up covering Flash versus Black Adam. I have one of my friends here. His name is Betrayer. Say hi to the people, Betrayer. Just kidding. He doesn't have a mic. But anyway. So me and Betrayer here ended up wanting to do a character breakdown of Flash versus Black Adam. I figured he could teach, or I could teach him some things, he could teach me some things, and you guys could be the ones in the middle to end up witnessing how it all breaks down. So in this matchup, it's kind of a simple ideology. Basically, Black Adam has projectiles, Flash does not. Black Adam's going to try to abuse those projectiles on Flash as much as he can. So if Betrayer, if you could demonstrate what low lightning, jazz hands, and what your beautiful black magic looks like. Yep, because as you can see, all these options end up allowing Black Adam to keep Flash at a distance to continue a fight. Wow, this lag is like really struggling right now, though, and I don't know why it keeps on having sudden jumps. Anyway, whenever it ends up coming to this matchup, you'll end up seeing that in a lot of situations, Flash cannot just be a madman and randomly run up to Black Adam, and I'm about to show you guys why. So, in this matchup, say that Black Adam ends up seeing a Flash player, just, you know, casually doing whatever that they're doing, and Flash tries to end up dashing up or tries to end up, you know, just sitting back full screen waiting for Black Adam to do something by ducking. Black Adam has full screen options that always end up giving him either free damage, a posture, things along that nature. Screen options that always end up giving him. Sorry, I'm double checking that whenever there's lag that the combo is, or at least that the video is still going through. Yeah, I know the lag for some reason is really rough right now, and I apologize for that. But anyway, what I wanted to explain here is, so as Black Adam, just as an example, say that a Flash player is scared to advance and that he's just sitting here ducking. Black Adam can do 3 different options and be completely safe from about this distance that you see on screen. It's not necessarily full screen, but it's not half screen either. It's probably just past. Black Adam can do regular low lightning, and he can actually slowly be chipping up my health, because as you see on block, that the meter burn version does significant chip damage and pushes me back. The regular one pushes me back and does, I want to say, probably somewhere around, like, say, 3% chip by itself. But then the other option that makes people terrified is the fact that when he's at pretty much almost full screen, he can have you guessing between the low lightning and then his overhead dive kick, which can also be a full screen instant, a full screen instant overhead starter for full combo potential, which he can end up breaking, you know, say around 40% whenever he ends up deciding to. Again, I apologize for the lag. I'm not sure why it's kind of struggling right now, but we're trying to move through it. So what I'm trying to end up bringing to everyone's attention here is that no matter what the situation is, Flash has to be the aggressor to move in at his opponent. Now, a lot of people think, okay, well, he ends up having multiple options to do that. He has Lightning Charge, for instance. He has, out of Running Man stance, a overhead option. He has an instant low option where he slides in. What many people don't realize is that in this matchup in particular, even though against a lot of the cast, this option is generally speaking safe on block, because if you looked at the framing options out of Running Man stance, it is still called Sonic Pound. I don't know why. But it's actually -7, even though it's like really hard to punish for -7. It's really more like -6. But say, for instance, Betrayer, walk back towards the corner, because I'm going to end up showing them how Black Adam can actually punish this. What I'm going to do to Betrayer is I'm going to end up constantly doing the Sonic Pound, and I'm going to try to block as fast as I can. You're going to notice that in certain situations, when Flash ends up allowing Black Adam to correctly block the Sonic Pound, Black Adam can actually do a down 1, and the down 1 will actually punish Flash for doing the Sonic Pound. But he has to block the overhead. Wasn't in range, yeah. Still wasn't in range, yeah. Oh my lord, the lag though. Good lord. I don't know why it's like suddenly deciding to lag. So for some reason right now, just because of the spacing and the distance, it's not allowing him to end up getting the punish. But now we're going to try it mid-screen. So Betrayer, you're going to have to react to the Sonic Pound overhead. Okay? Oh my god. It's really hard to try to depicting this badly is my problem right now. I might have to try to find another way to do this to end up correctly depicting it, because I don't want this one to go to YouTube and then people try to say, oh, well, because of lag or wow, your connection sucks or something like that, you know, stupid reasons that people try to come up with. I'm trying to talk at a competitive level for offline events, why you wouldn't see as much success with Flash, even though there's a lot of upplay of them. But regardless, what I was trying to say is, because Black Adam does have a 6-frame down 1, in certain specific situations, he can actually down 1 full combo punish, and he's one of the few characters that can do this in the game, where he can go down 1 trait cancel into forward 1-2, and that is actually a true combo, and then send Flash all the way back to full screen. And now Flash has to try to get back in, but it's a struggle, because if he does anything at the wrong time, he can get black magic for it. He has to avoid projectiles, and then, you know, if he ends up really timing anything incorrectly, then it's just instant overhead into whatever Black Adam wants. So it can be really, really, really difficult for Flash whenever Flash is not in. However, when the situation has finally turned, and if Flash makes that read and Flash does get in, this is how the Flash works, not only just for Black Adam, but for any matchup in the game, regardless of the characters that you play. If you're wondering how to end up beating Flash, this is how. So he does have a 50-50, but it is not guaranteed for overhead and low. Both options are not guaranteed. The only option that is guaranteed is his low attack. When Flash does a running man stance cancel off a back 2-2, he's about, say, +5 on block. His down 1-2 is guaranteed for free. You cannot backdash, you cannot jump, you cannot try to reversal. It is guaranteed. It'll break pretty much anything except for maybe super, but that's if your super move will even come out, because it needs to be fast enough to come out. Anyway, if I end up doing back 2-2 and I do a running man stance cancel and then I try to go for my overhead is significantly slower than my pokes. So if you're fighting Flash, and instead of trying to make that guess of low overhead, oh my lord, this lag is ridiculous. Keeps on jumping into the thousands sporadically, and I don't know why. That's very unusual. If you are trying to make this guess for Flash of overhead or low, for whatever that the mix-up may be, if he commits to the overhead and you're committing to blocking low, you're going to get caught by that overhead. That's how that works. However, if you are reacting, and this is how fuzzy blocking kind of comes into play, if you are reacting to back 2-2 and preemptively blocking low just to block the low attacks, and you wait to see Flash stand up for the forward 2 animation, on reaction, if there isn't like a crap ton of lag, you can actually press down 1 as Black Adam and full combo punish Flash for going for his overhead. So as a, for instance, Betrayer, I'm going to do a running man stance cancel off of this, which is plus, which I'm going to need you to block. And then after you block that, I'm going to try to go for my overhead. When I try to go for my overhead, I want you to press down 1, and you can do whatever you want for the punish, whether it's down 1 black magic or down 1 into full combo, yeah. You can do either one, it's up to you, okay? But what I'm going to show the people is that it's not a guaranteed option, okay? Ready? Now, as you see there, I actually didn't even get to cancel on my running man stance, but he did punish me anyways. So as you see there, the down 1 does interrupt the overhead variation of that, of the mix-up, quote-unquote. So the reason why I'm sharing this with people is because people think that it's just guaranteed, that I can just throw this overhead out there, no risk, not really anything that's that challenging about it. When in reality, any time that Flash goes for this overhead, it's full combo interruptible, and a lot of characters in the game that have really good down ones or even down twos in the game can end up full combo punishing him without really needing to use meter, or if there's a background bounce, you know, can down one, background bounce, and now I'm eating a full combo even though I was plus on block just for trying something. That's kind of how Flash works when it comes to the 50-50 guessing game. So it's not a true 50-50, it is a conditioning 50-50, where Flash is basically like, you know what, I don't think they're going to press a button, I'm finally going to go for this overhead. But at a higher level, you'll see that players, especially offline, will be able to react to that overhead, and that's whenever a new mind game comes in place, where Flash players now have to integrate the standing 2, because whenever he stands up after a back 2-2 cancel, standing 2 is fast enough to where it should be the equivalent of a 5-frame normal. So, Betrayer, I want you to do the same thing, where after a running man stance cancel, I want you to try to poke out afterwards, yep. Except this time, I'm going to use the standing 2 jab instead of the overhead. So I will still be standing up, except this time, instead of going for a slower attack, I'm going to be going for a much faster jab attack, okay? Ready? Oh my god, I didn't get the cancel. Now, as you see there, it actually said counter on my side. The reason why is because I am so plus that my jab as Flash, which is normally 9 frames, is now the equivalent of a 4-frame or 5-frame attack. Which means that even if my opponent tries to press buttons, or if they thought I was going for the overhead at a higher level, they're now going to get caught by my standing 2. And the standing 2 by Flash can be confirmed into both Sonic Hound and a Lightning Kick, and both of them will full combo. And then obviously I can go into Trait and into mix-ups. Trait is going to be the other thing that I'll have to cover. I'm not sure whether, again, I'm going to be posting this or not due to lag spikes, but I'm going to end up trying it and see what people think. The next thing I want to cover for this matchup is going to be Flash's aggression when it comes to using Trait. So, whenever Flash players are up in an opponent's face, a lot of people actually really like to do back 2-2 into Trait. Now on hit, as you can see, because of the distance, whenever I first activate Trait, I'm actually at such a far distance that it's kind of hard to try to immediately enforce pressure unless I immediately go for my overhead string. So if I do something like this, that's really going to be the only option that I have. Now if I do go for that overhead, even though he got hit by back 2-2 and I go for the overhead, the very first slap of the overhead is the only thing that I actually get that's guaranteed. After that, I have to start trying to commit to either dash canceling a Lightning Kick or committing to the 3 punches that follow up afterwards. What's frustrating about Flash is that the 3 punches that follow up afterwards, even though on screen it says that they are mid attacks, they're actually high attacks. So as an example, I'm actually going to switch it up here, Betrayer. So, Betrayer, you're now Flash and I am now Black Adam. The overhead string with Flash is forward 2-1. I want you to try to use that string on me, and as you see, on reaction, I'm going to actually block the overhead and then duck the punches, and because the punches will whiff, I will be able to get a full combo punish. Oh. Just let me know whenever you're gonna do it. Like, do like back 2-2 running man stance or something. Just so that I can react to it. But you have to do the overhead option out of it. So instead of doing a running man stance, because I'm sorry, he doesn't play Flash, do back 2-2 and forget the running man stance. Go for the overhead after it, okay? Yeah. Do that and then go for an overhead. Go for the overhead after it. So back 2-2 and then forward 2-1. Forward 2-1. Back 2-2 and then forward 2-1. That's an actual punish, as you saw on screen. So if a Flash player goes for that and then goes for forward 2, you can actually full combo punish with a down 1 into whatever else that you want afterwards. Now you can also, depending on your character, use a down 2 into, you know, full combo convert. You can also use a sweep attack depending on your combo. If you're Catwoman, you can actually backdash and then full combo punish with a whiff and a full combo punish with like cat dash or your forward 2 or back 2. She has a lot of options as well. But for now, those are like the basics, I'd say, with Flash that really end up helping him in that part of the game plan. The next part of the game plan is punishing Flash for his options. So what many Flash players will end up doing in this matchup is they kind of test to see, in addition to whether you're going to try to poke them when they're plus, they're going to try to end up doing a down 1-2 into a lightning kick. The reason why they choose lightning kick is because if the down 1-2 is not hit confirmed and the opponent is blocking the down 1-2, we can actually backdash the lightning kick. So here's the thing though. If a Flash player decides to backdash it, and a Black Adam player sees that and they make a habit of it, Black Adam can actually punish the backdash with a well-timed either dive kick or black magic or jazz hands, which is what I call it, but it's actually called like, oh yeah, or forward 1-2 if it's within range. We can test it right now just to show it. So what I'm going to do, Betrayer, is I'm going to do down 1-2 and I'm going to backdash my lightning kick, okay? I want you to punish me for it. Do it in whichever way you want. That was too slow, yeah. You're not going to be able to forward dash it. You have to immediately respond while I'm doing the back dash. No, that was too slow. That was a punish. That actually punished me for backdashing. So your dive kick would punish me. The same thing works off of any other string, by the way. If I try to backdash my lightning kick because it's not hit confirmed, you'll be able to full combo punish me with dive kick or preemptively using black magic. So what I mean by that is I want you to block down 1-2, and after you have blocked down 1-2, immediately input black magic, okay? That was too slow. No, just input black magic. You're still doing it too slow. After you have blocked down 1-2, immediately reversal with it. Yeah, exactly. Just like how you did right there. Do it again. That actually full combo punished me for trying to backdash. So because of that, I got full combo punished. So here becomes the mind game though. If I'm up close and I know that he's going to try to black magic my backdash, I might just let it rip, and if I let my lightning kick rip whenever he tries to input black magic, he would get caught pressing buttons. However, if the Black Adam player knows that I think that he's going to press buttons and that I'm going to try to let my lightning kick rip, lightning kick by itself is like -13, I believe, on block. Let me double check. Lightning kick is -12 on block. So as Black Adam, you can actually full combo punish Flash just for blocking a lightning kick with anything that is 12 frames or faster. So in your case, you could use forward 1, standing 2 into any type of confirm. So just as an example, because I'm going to do it as Black Adam, just because I've had a little bit more practice at it. The input for lightning kick, Betrayer, is down forward 1, so just let you know the special move. It's the same thing as jazz hands. It's jazz hands with Black Adam, except it's for Flash. Yep, there it is. That's the lightning kick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up blocking a lightning kick from Betrayer, and I'm going to use a whole bunch of different normals to actually end up punishing it. The first one I'm going to use is standing 1. So if you just want to let it rip whenever you're ready, I can react to it. That's an actual punish. And then he can also use other attacks as well. So for example, he can also use his standing 2. And that would actually full combo punish. And his standing 2 is a meterless combo starter. So do a lightning kick and I'll punish it. That's actually a meterless combo starter that will full combo punish Flash for doing a lightning kick. The next option that he has as well is obviously any of his standing 1 stuff will full combo punish. And that would be a meterless option as well if you have trait. And there's a whole different assortment of punishes that you can do for Flash when it comes to punishing the lightning kick. If your timing is really off though, or you're really struggling to get the full combos, you could always just do a down 2. Because down 2 is fast enough to actually full combo punish as well. I actually missed the punish right there on that lightning kick. There we go, I got it that time. but he has a plethora amount of different combo strings that all of them will be able to whiff punish Flash. And if you have trait, this string right here can actually be comboed into for a meterless, like 300 and something damage, just because Flash tried to open you up with a lightning kick. So it is a little bit reactionary. I'm not saying that's necessarily easy, but that is one way that Black Adam gets a lot of his punishes. The next thing we'll also need to cover are gaps. So what a lot of Flash players will also end up doing is after doing a down 1-2 or a forward 2 or a standing attack, they will try to convert into a Sonic Pound. Unless they are doing a Sonic Pound off of back 2-2, anything else, any other type of string that they have done, you can actually mash as a Black Adam player down 2 or standing 1, and both options will actually get them out of the Sonic Pounds. For example, Betrayer, I'm going to do down 1-2 Sonic Pound. I need you to press down 2 for me, okay? After you block the down 1-2. Ready? Down 1-2 Sonic Pound. Down 1-2 Sonic. Oop, I got punished because I got an input error, sorry. There you go. And I got full combo punished for trying that option. A little bit of swag from Betrayer coming out. So obviously right now I've covered a lot of the punishable options that Flash has up close in the neutral, or not necessarily neutral, but up close frame data wise when it comes to how to punish him for stuff that they go for very often. The next thing I want to cover is also what happens for Black Adam's pressure. So for example, Betrayer, basically what I'm going to be doing is explaining how Black Adam off of pretty much any of his combo strings is usually plus. And I'm going to show the frame data menu just so that people understand what I'm talking about. So for example, 1-1-2 is +2, 1-1-3 is +3, 1-3 is +5. What else is plus in his strings? His 2-2-3 string is neutral, but he has a 6 frame down 1, so against Flash he could actually say 2-2-3 down 1 into Jazz hands, and that would be a real block string because Flash's down 1 is too slow and he doesn't have a 6 frame normal. That would be the majority of it. So basically a majority of his starting strings or, you know, really fast tools are actually all going to be plus on block, which is kind of dumb, and none of them actually have true gaps that can be punished or backdashed while playing as Black Adam when it comes to the 1-1 strings as well as this string. All of those strings would end up actually having true plus frames that you have to eat. So here's where the mix-up comes as Black Adam. Playing as Black Adam against Flash, you're trying to get Flash to press buttons at the wrong time. If Flash decides to press buttons when you're plus on block, you get a free down 1 into whatever you want. So as an example, Betrayer, now that you're Flash, I want you to block 1-1-3, and then after you've blocked it, I want you to try to challenge me with a down 1, okay? What I'm going to do as Black Adam is I'm also going to press my down 1. Now you're going to see that because he pressed buttons, me being Black Adam right now, I'm actually going to be punishing him for pressing a button while I'm plus, and if I have my trait available, I can actually full combo punish with my trait available afterwards. Alright, you ready? And I could have kept that meterless, but I decided to spend a bar just for the fun of it. But as you can see, I also showed that I can convert off a down 1 and use a different string. Instead of using forward 1, I actually used 2-2. The reason why I used 2-2 in this matchup is because after down 1 trait, standing 2-2 are mid attacks, of which there's also not a gap. So if the opponent has decided to press a button after down 1, standing 2-2 is even more likely to still catch them again if they've ended up trying to press buttons. If they did press buttons, it also meterlessly launches, so if I wanted to, I could get a meterless, what, say like 200 and something damage? Yeah, just under 300 damage, and I've now moved Flash back to the full screen range, so then it goes back to the zoning mind game. So back to up close. What's up, JC Cooper? Back to the up close mind game. The other thing that Flash also would end up have to be worried about is too much respect against Black Adam. So if you could duck for me again, Betrayer. So if I am now plus on block with Black Adam, and I know that Flash is going to be respecting my plus frames, I can now end up starting to incorporate my back 2, which is a very fast overhead. So the mind game here is basically, is my opponent going to press buttons, or are they going to respect me? If they're going to respect me, I can end up going for mix-ups with my back 2, or incorporate throws, or if I'm really feeling ballsy, I can do a trait cancel, because anytime that Black Adam goes for a trait cancel off of any of his plus strings, he actually recovers even quicker. So now the string that, say for instance, 113, which was like what, plus 3? Yeah. The string that is now plus 3 is now the equivalent of something that's closer to like plus 8. So now I have 8 frames that I can move before my opponent can if I do something like this into a trait cancel. So, Betrayer, if you could squat for me. So if they're worried because I popped out my trait, now I might be able to sneak in a free forward 3 out of nowhere. And that would be a real mix-up. Or, and this is where another technique that I'll explain in a future video comes into play, called shimmying. I could walk forward and act as if I'm going to throw, and then do a meter burn forward 3 to bait the throw. As you can see there, I just got almost half of his health bar just because I ended up landing a forward 3 meter burn. So those are the options that Black Adam has, and that is his mix-up game. In both scenarios, though, it is actually quite hard for Flash to make the decision for whether to press buttons or not, because for Flash in particular, if I decide to press buttons as Flash, I need to be committing to either Lightning Kick or Sonic Pound to max out my damage. If I'm not committing to that and I'm just poking frivolously, what's up, Gangster Jay? And I'm just poking frivolously after plus frames, I'm going to get beat out. That is how it is. I also do not have the range to contest with down 1-2 all the time. So if Flash is just sitting in this range and he tries to down 1-2 from this range, on reaction, I can full combo punish with Black Adam with my reaching normals. So from this range, just sporadically throw it out. Nope, too far away. Nope, still too far away. Almost. That was almost it. Ah, see, I got punished that time. Timing this is a little bit awkward because it's like the range of which to like full combo punish him is kind of strange. There, I got it that time. But that's more of a neutral based thing of like waiting for Flash to press a button to then punish him. I could also just wait for him to press a button and in this range just throw out a black magic and punish him for pressing buttons like that as an example. And then after that, it just becomes Black Adam mix in the corner, or I can just choose to retreat and then go back to zoning, because that is actually incredibly effective. Those are, I'd say, the main things in this matchup that really will dictate the winner. Is Flash going to be able to outplay Black Adam for his options to get up on him? And then once he is up on him, is the Black Adam player knowledgeable enough to know how to punish those really hard options like Lightning Kick, like the Sonic Pound. And when I say Sonic Pound, I do not refer to down forward 3. I'm referring to the Running Man stance Sonic Pound. Those are going to be the game-changing factors in match that allow Flash to either win or lose a match. Other than that, it's really just Black Adam playing keep away, because he doesn't really need to end up approaching Flash. Flash needs to always approach Black Adam, and because of that, he will end up catching Flash eventually with something. The question is just when. But yeah, that's about all I got for this video of Black Adam versus Flash. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see more future content or have me explain a little bit more about the neutral and footsies in this matchup, definitely feel free to reach out to me. I'll be making videos a lot more frequently for both Injustice 2 and when the MK11 beta comes out, I will have a code and will be streaming. Feel free to subscribe and follow. You can also find me on Twitter as well at Dynamic Gaming. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed.